which is lovely. Much love to GosuGamers for everything they're doing right now. But enough about that because we're getting into the game, and Surefour's on. Sorry, Surefour is playing Junkrat right now. That's
Nice.
interesting.
That's a pretty common one on King's Row, it seems. There's some good strats already kind of pieced out. There are Mass Hanzos above. This is IDDQD's favorite thing back when they were Hulktastic Mix. This is the first time I saw the Mass Hanzo out the top, and they actually got something like 2 kills with it. It was the greatest thing ever, and since then I don't think I've seen a single kill. Oh, actually no, we saw 1 kill yesterday on a Symmetra, and it actually won them the point in like a minute.
Really?
Yep.
Oh god, it worked.
It did.
Okay. Fair enough. So the benefit of Junkrat here is just the sheer DPS. And the choke points are pretty tight, so it's very difficult to dodge nades as they just flow through the choke points. So I like seeing the Junkrat. Haven't seen too much of him yet today. Coco will take the kill against the enemy Reinhardt. And what's Joshy?
Debet and Surefour both down now. Debet falling was all I was owing at, but that's a big loss when Symmetra doesn't have her teleporter up yet. There's a big res for the offense to keep this momentum moving too. Symmetra herself is down. Kai gets taken out, so there will be no teleporter. It's going to be a long run back. There's an Orb of Discord on the barrage, and Farah does fall as a result. They did get the first tick of A, but now it looks like the defense that did manage to stay alive, actually Reinhardt and Junkrat returning to the battle, are the ones who flipped the tide of battle back in favor of defense long enough for their teammates to try and get back here. Now there is a teleporter in play.
Yep, so teleporter's up and has gotten the defense back into position. It was looking a little rough for them, but they're able to hold on a little bit longer. We have Pluppy over on Farah now. So rockets are coming down from above, and of course got that pocket mercy. It almost seems like necessary. If you're going Farah, you kind of need that pocket mercy. Adam dropping his Transcendence is going to allow defense to more comfortably push back onto the objective, but they have got to deal with Pluppy. He's just so annoying right now coming from above.
Yeah, I'm watching Pluppy, and he actually just got taken out there by Symmetra Orb. Errant Orb took him out, but then he got rezzed immediately. The Orb of Discord's on him, and he tries to barrage again. Doesn't quite break through the shield, though, and ends up falling. So point A still under control of Cloud9 here on the defense.
Yeah, so first 2 maps were extremely one-sided, but Cloud9 showing up here on King's Row and saying we're at very least, we're not going to let you roll through us this time. And hold on to the defense on the first point here as long as they can. Let's delay a little bit longer, and a huge ult there by Debet. Nicely done there. At least giving his team a little bit more time.
Ooh, but they're going to cap it in 2 seconds. The teleporter is now gone, and Junkrat and Symmetra are both just about to walk through it, so they're going to set up in the rear instead. Zenyatta having to run all the way back now. He actually swapped. Did he swap over to Mercy just now? It looks like it.
Alright, so a nice little victory killing Mendo there. But Kai's in a dangerous position. Kai going straight for Chipsogen, who's playing Mercy, but Kai's going to go down, and that's actually not good. I mean,
Kai, I think, wants to switch characters, so this actually might have been because he was out so far, and Teleporter might see a switch. Yeah, there's Mei.
You're so smart, Josh.
Hee hee. These guys have advanced tactics, man. They like to run back into spawn and change characters. They like to die and change characters. It's crazy.
Yep.
My ultimate is charging.
Here we go. We got 3 offensive ultimates against none. Defense had a tough time holding on to A. This is the big brawl area, though, right around this corner. Mendo popping High Noon to try and get what he can. And Mei drops the wall in front of him, so High Noon is canceled. There's Tactical Visor from Internet Hulk on Soldier. There's Beat Drop. There's Mei Ice Cube contesting the point, and there's a big res to bring Cloud9 back into the fight, but Surefour and Kai didn't get it. And there's a res from offense where everybody got it. Chips is the only member down now. Lucio trying to get what he can done, Grego, but Pluppy with the barrage takes out Adam and Reaver, and they're going to slide into that point, no problem. 4 minutes remaining on the clock now, up to 6 minutes.
Yeah, this all of a sudden after that decent hold on the first point, now IDDQD has turned on the afterburners and they're just cruising straight through. And man, their coordination, their individual skill, it's just kind of shocking at times to see. I mean, I do think that Cloud9 did overextend on the last point a little bit, but still, man, the skill of IDDQD right now is kind of insane.
Yeah, defense running up now, finally actually getting some kills. Mendo still standing, though. A little crazy that he actually survived that, but Mercy had the beam on him the whole way through, and he's still standing. Mendo just survived that whole thing, and Pluppy, so the 2 damage dealers are the only ones left. That's great for them, as Pluppy has the opportunity to bounce anyone away from the payload, and Mendo has the opportunity to just flash and fan anyone who sneaks up. That's enough time there for Coco and the others to get back into play. Coco now blocking for McCree, but DeBet is right in the face of McCree, forcing him to cancel it. There's still 3 attackers on the point, but I don't think they're going to live long enough to push it into the final spot there.
Yeah, this could be good for Cloud9 here. I mean, we've talked about this last point many times. The defender's spawn point is so close to the final resting place of the payload that it can be tough as hell to get through the last little bit here. So this could be good for Cloud9. You know, it looked one-sided after the first point, but this last area could be their saving grace here on Kings Row.
Yep, every second that they buy themselves is one more second they'll have to attack with, so definitely a great thing to hang on as long as possible here. Characters that can contest really well are Mei and Reaper. They're actually not using either of them at the moment. Reaper actually swaps off of Widow onto McCree. Flash and Fan just doing so much damage to these tanks of the enemy team. Actually, only Reinhardt is the only tank moving in for offense. They've got 3 offensive characters and 2 supports.
And this is a Genji-less game right now. I almost feel like I'd like to see a Genji on defense because Fluffy has been so annoying as Pharah, continually going up to the ledges and just not overextending, just peeking, doing shoulder rockets constantly. But then, you know, that said, they have been able to deal with it all right. It does seem like it's annoying.
I think Surefour and Reaver are totally on top of it now. Pluppy does have his barrage available, so we'll see if he can make use of it. But yeah, the hit scan characters, Surefour and Reaver, seem to be doing a good enough job here. Kai has the hook available as well. If Pharah does get behind them, he can bring her in. There is damage amp on Pharah. He's actually slipping under the point. I just noticed it, the barrage onto the point, actually. But Pluppy does die very quickly to Kai, and defense is still standing. That payload is moving very swiftly, though. They need to get on there and contest. Big res also brings Pluppy back up. Reinhardt falls off, but they still have 4 people on the point. Grego trying to contest as Lucio as long as he can. He goes down to Pluppy from that earlier res. Surefour is now contesting. Reaver's contesting. This could be it. IDDQD is getting the bulk of the kills.
They sure are, but that was a great res, and Cloud9
Kai behind you! He was pointing the whole hog the complete wrong way. He didn't realize there were 2 members just standing right behind him in that hallway, and now it's over! No, Grego is dead. Yeah, it's over.
But that, I mean, that extended into a good hold. That last part there, right? Really good reses, really good teamwork. I gotta give it up to Grego, because Boops, you know, when you right-click with Lucio, you can send folks back, and he basically saved his team there at least 40 seconds or so. Probably would have been captured before then if he hadn't had a very clutch boop knock the Reinhardt back. I also want to point out, because we do have a lot of people up in arms about the new meta, the 4 support 2 Genji. We did not see that in this map. I mean, it's a map-specific thing, apparently, because, in fact, so far, we saw basically the opposite of that, which was very standard team compositions towards the end there, with 2 tanks for each team, which kind of used to be like the absolute 100% norm. Every single team played with two tanks at a certain point earlier on in the game's life cycle. So, yeah, I think the interesting thing to take away from that is, regardless of the meta and like team comps that seem OP, it's very map specific and very objective specific.
Yeah, we were asking, you know, which map do we think might not favor Genji, and Kings Row is what we came up with because it is just a more narrow map that splash damage characters actually seem to make a lot better use of it. Pharah and Reaper both get pulled out a lot more. McCree has a lot of corners to hide behind where Genji can't actually get behind him as much. So yeah, that's why I think we're seeing this sort of composition on both sides. No offensive Symmetra. Again, offensive Symmetra could work by herself, but if not working with the combo, then you don't really need her to keep the Zen and Genji HP up. I see 3 Lucios again on defense. Are they actually sticking with it this time? No, there's Chips over onto Zen.
They're just trolling us. I don't know.
Well, they do have 2 Lucios. No, actually, now Pluppies. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some kind of benefit to switching late since they've done it twice now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they like speed. Oh,
I mean, you can chain speed boost, but
is it to speed boost the?
But you're there 50 seconds before the
Symmetra?
defense. Oh, the Symmetra does have a little more time to place turrets. I guess 2 boosts could get her to get her there faster. Yeah, that makes sense. That must be what it is.
Maybe that's it.
Never Give Up just stays on Lucio and does the second boost while the first booster just goes back. Yeah, because look, those Symmetra turrets are all... Should have all 6. Yep, there it is. 8 seconds before the doors open. We did it! We figured it out!
We figured it out, yes!
We're the best! Alright, do we have
like,
Mass Hanzo? No, it's just Kai getting damage amped. There's the scatter. Does not connect with anyone, unfortunately.
Looks like he's switching off, but Reaver will be sticking to Widowmaker here.
They are scooping around the right side. I need to stop saying the word scoop. Scoop-a-doop. They're just flanking. Actually, Pluppy is the only one over there on that side, so if they drop down and murder him, they could get themselves quite a lot of benefit. McCree walks right in the trap, but that means Reinhardt did not. Another trap. He actually got trapped twice. Poor McCree. He's dead.
Oh, they got the first pick on Winston, but the rest of the kills have gone the way of IDDQD, so a cute move, but it doesn't look like it worked out, and those Symmetra turrets are still up. Basically, man, that entrance is pretty narrow, and those Symmetra turrets are just going to make it so freaking hard to get through.
Yeah, she is kind of shifting them around now to better locations since they are making use of that hallway. It makes sense to move some of the turrets over there. Dubet dealing with a couple of those turrets now still doesn't... Reinhardt has such a hard time removing Symmetra turrets. You basically have to help him reach any of them, but now moving forward to the point, Earthshatter doesn't hit anything. The charge actually helps take out Coco? No! Dubet actually falls, even though he got the charge on Coco. Oh man, defense is just destroying. That was a full wipe. Ben, are you muted?
No,
Okay.
just not talking. So here we are, Kings Row, and so far no luck for Cloud9, but they held long enough on defense that they still are in a decent position. And check out those nades sailing right over the Reinhardt shield, being an annoyance, but they aren't really landing anywhere close to the defenders at this point. So they're going to have to figure out some other way to get on into this objective, and still no Genji for either team, and that's a bit surprising to me. Oh, look at this position that Reaver's in.
Way up on the ledge, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot to look at though, unfortunately, from up there.
Yeah.
No one can.
Look at that. Already IDDQD has shut down this push. 100%. It is over. And Pluppy is getting a little BM with that aggression. Oh man. He's straight up in the grill of the opponent's spawn. That's not something you ever want to see when you're attacking.
My sound barrier is almost ready.
Yeah, I'm just, I realized I forgot to start my timer, but 7 minutes, it's essentially been 3 of those minutes already boiled down. There's Chips actually popping Transcendence. We've got another revive out from Mercy, but they're in kind of an awkward spot. Reinhardt's right in the face of all the squishies just going to town, and Debet is just surrounded by Mendo and Coco, so no benefit there from the Mercy ult. Pluppy's Riptire's out, has to find that last member standing, Adam. Do you think they actually let Adam live long enough to be Riptired?
Yes.
That's what it looked like.
Well, I mean, look, Adam was dead in that situation, so it's actually better to keep him alive a little bit longer so that it's a longer time before he respawns.
Yeah, that's fair. It looked like they were just staring down Mercy with Discord Orb on her, and I'm like, guys? And then you see the Riptire fly in.
Oh. Alright, so the push, moving forward, everyone's real bunched up. Mendo's gonna get a double. Fluffy's pushing forward again as well. They're dropping ults. I don't even think they need to be. I think they're really just making a statement at this point. I mean, the aggression on defense, not always the smartest move, but they're so comfortable right now and so strong in this position that they're getting real aggressive on defense now.
Yeah, I'm watching Surefour on McCree, just trying to get whatever shots he can. Junkrat is usually a good target for McCree. He's kind of a bulky body. That's kind of hard to miss, but Junkrat just keeping a good job staying up on the ledge, not letting McCree get free shots at him. Now Deadeye is available, as is Earthshatter. So Earthshatter into Deadeye could be devastating. It could help them cap this point. But 4 minutes and 20 seconds have already been burned off the clock. That means they have 3 minutes left to complete the entire map at this point. Not to mention point A only has 34 seconds. Only 34 seconds for them to actually cap it and keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking rough, man. I never could have ever seen this coming. I mean, we all know that IDDQD are the biggest tryhards in the game. They scrim 6 to 10 hours a day. They're taking the game incredibly seriously, but this was more one-sided than I could have ever imagined, honestly.
Someone asked my prediction going in. I actually said 3-0 IDDQD. I think
you did, huh?
Yeah, I really still think the only team that can really hold a candle to them is Envy, and the fact that they got 2-0'd is pretty brutal. And that's it. That's the tournament.
That is it.
IDDQD extends their tournament win streak without dropping a map on the finals.
Of the game.
Yep. And I guess the storyline in Overwatch or the competitive scene now is, I'm pretty sure it's just who is going to be the first team to beat IDDQD. Because right now, they're more than dominant. They are an absolute force of nature in the Overwatch space and cannot be stopped.
Look at that Pluppy, 18 streak, 18 limbs. We know that he died, though. We do know that he died because he got rushed at the very beginning.